Good evening, one and all present in this virtual workshop on artificial intelligence and research. Today it's the fifth and final day for conclusion, and I hope you all have enjoyed the past 4 days, which were taken by the different speakers. They threw lights on the different aspects of artificial intelligence, its a different tools, and also how it is beneficial for carrying out the research and also how to implement these tools in academia. So the journey of 4 days has really been wonderful, and I am sure that all the participants who have been joining regularly, they must have benefited themselves with the talk and also the idea or the tips what they have given. So, in continuation, today also we are having two distinguished speakers, Dr. Vijay Ketan Panda from TCS Bhubaneswar and Dr. Gurpreet Singh Sohal from SD College Chandigarh. May I request all the participants to please join me to welcome both the speakers to the session. We welcome you, sir, Dr. Vijay Ketan Panda from TCS. It is really great to have you to this virtual workshop. And on behalf of all the participants and my own behalf, I really express my sincere thanks for accepting the invitation and all to deliver the talk. I understand that getting ready to speak, that also at this time in the evening, after coming from the office and getting ready for the delivering the talk, it's really difficult, but you have accepted to be the part of this workshop. So this is really wonderful.
I think we lost him.
Network issue. I think we have to wait. Wait.
Right.
I'm really sorry I got disconnected in between. So I was mentioning that both the speakers, once again, we welcome you to this online session. And without taking much of your time, I would like to begin the session now. Before that, let me introduce Dr. Vijay Ketan Panda. He has been working as an information analyst in Information Resource Center (IRC) at Tata Consultancy Service Bhubaneswar. He has more than 18 years of experience in Information Resource Center. He has expertise in managing Information Resource Center, marketing research desk and collaboration, analysis, handling global reference desk, queries and knowledge management division of TCS. He has done Master in Computer Science and Master in Library Science from University of Delhi. He has also certified from World Intellectual and Property Organization. He was the recipient of Asian Librarian Award in 2011 from SLA and IEEE USA. He has also published papers in national as well as in international forum, including ICDL. He is currently researching on AI application in libraries and how Web3 will be utilized in library environment. So it's really great for everyone to have both of you. And now I think today we are having some technical issue of their network.
Okay. Right. Are you able to hear me? So can I continue?
Yes, yes, actually, I'm able to hear both of you. Actually, the problem is today, since morning, we are having some network issue in the entire Jalandhar. So
Okay.
I'm really sorry for that because it is happening due to some technical issues. Yesterday, we had a heavy rain in Jalandhar, and because of that, I think some disturbances have taken place. So I will not take much of your time. Now may I request Dr. Vijay Ketan Pandaji to please start the session and deliver the talk. Over to you, Dr. Panda.
Thank you. Thank you, DP. Actually, it is my privilege to, share my thoughts and ideas about this nascent topic, generative AI. I'm not talking about any particularly about artificial intelligence, but particularly about the generative AI. Thanks for this opportunity, Library Guide, and this is immense pleasure to share my thoughts and ideas with the budding librarians, those who are aspiring in the field of artificial intelligence. So, why we are talking about generative AI? Because it has created an new era when we thought that the library people only go and search the information. But when a machine will search the information with efficiently and effectively, so that means a lot to us. So before starting, so let us understand why the generative AI. So AI and Gen AI both are human like, right? So human like means uh, human like. So when a human has some artery and veins, it passes through out our body and do some oxidative process, and it also taking carbon dioxide in to no oxygen inside and out some carbon dioxide. So it passes through it. So both gen AI and AI are like bloods flowing through various arteries and veins in our body, and it also nourishing us to every organs of us. Okay, so it is just like that. Nowadays each and every person is talking about AI, artificial intelligence. As I told you in some of the comments, that this is an assisted technology. It cannot replace human beings and human intelligence, but sometimes we have seen the movies that the machines also surpass the humans. So it is just like that. So every day in out we are experiencing generative AI technologies. So what is a generative AI means? First, let us understand what is artificial intelligence. It refers the stimulus of human intelligence or by software coded heuristic. So artificial intelligence refers to a stimulation of approximation of human intelligence in machine. So we thought that a human is performing some kind of intelligence. So when the stimulation coming to human, so apart from human, and we are putting it in machine, we are calling it artificial intelligence. So the goals of artificial intelligence include the in computer enhances learning, reasoning, and its perceptions. So we are moving into the next chapter of AI is machine learning. It is a branch of artificial intelligence which focuses on data, algorithms, and it imitates the way that human learns. So that so fast, like your child learns, like other kids learns. So the machine also learns. So that is why it is a machine learning. Okay. So the another deeper research into the generative or the AI is called deep learning. So when we thought about a deep learning, the human can see and human can visualize each and everything. But whenever we are doing some research work, we are doing some learning. So that is called deep learning. The same way we are also give learning to the machines. So that the learning is called artificial intelligence or the deep learning. So that computer we process the data in a way that is inspired by human brain. So deep learning models can recognize the complex pattern of pictures, text and sound, whatever is produced. So that we are asking that whether through this deep learning, whether you can generate something. So this is the next step. So it is just like that the generative AI came into picture. So when these models are massive and we have given lots of data and we have given the big data like value, variety and volume of information, then we have applied a model or a machine learning and the deep learning, and then we extract the information out of it when we give a command. So that is called generative AI. So it is nothing new, but it was there earlier. Artificial intelligence was earlier there. We are, since the beginning, even if also in library field in 1993, people have talked about artificial intelligence. But why this why today we are more concentrating on AI because of its presence and the generative AI. Because the generative AI basically give us a new paradigm shift in, in the field of information retrieval technology. Because earlier we used to store the information, but we could not retrieve that information because we don't have that machine learning algorithms present. We don't have that deep learning activity at that pace, that kind of a faster GPU available to us. So we have very limited computing system available at that time. So nowadays we are also moved from uh, a simple bit to qubit. So now we are also talking about quantum computing. So every day the technology is changing. So we have to keep ourselves ready, and we should know that what is a generative AI, how it can help us in future of librarianship. Okay, so it is a very simple AI model. Like if you see, here I have talked about a AI, then I talked about ML, then I talked about deep learning, then I talked about generative AI. So generative AI is a subset of everything like AI, ML, DL, and generative AI. So what it does basically, it does it inputs something, and there is a model available with us, then it generates something, or the output do the something, or prediction does the prediction matched by our deep learning or the or machine learning. So AI works as a this kind of model. So what is the machine learning types? So what are the major learning types basically? So machine learning, without understanding this concept, it is not possible for us to learn what is the AI. So machine learning basically divided into supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforced learning. So in a supervised learning, what we generally do, we just cross match itself. Whenever a sample data is given, another set of data given, we are just doing a matching, like a classifier, decision tree, support vector, air, forest, or the nearest neighbors, or we are doing some regression analysis like linear regression, neural network regression, or the vector regression, and the ledger regression or the ridge regressions. Okay, and when we talked about a unsupervised learning, we have given a set of data. We have not given the another set of data. What we generally do, we are just asking the system, boss, I have this data, can you cluster it? So this is called unsupervised learning. That means we are doing a clustering, and we are some agglomerative hierarchical clusterings are there, and some kind of mixtures are there. So we have some algorithm applied to it, and we are generating. When we talked about reinforcement learning, where this generative AI is happening, because of this reinforcement learning, we are and the machine could take some decision making. Earlier, we are giving a command, we are getting the output. But what mm, reinforcement learning is doing, reinforcement learning is we are prompting something, and we are also giving them some kind of instructions, and we are getting output out of it. So the machine is able to do some decision making, like quick learning, relearning, and talent development learning. So there are many type of things. So basically the machine learning is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. But understand this reinforcement learning, because going forward we'll see the how reinforcement learning is used to take decision making. Okay. So how this AI model works. Let us understand this very neat diagram prepared by me. So we have some generative AI models available. There is a agent available which can feed the data from us, like from wiki, from books, from open source code, from blogs, conversations, videos, whatever you say, what kind of data, what kind volume of data, what variety of data, you take it, you name it, it will passes through that model, and we are giving a prompts, we are giving set of instructions, and we are also asking that how qualitative prompts we can give, and how it will, how we can get the output data. So the librarian will play the bigger role in times in types of creating these prompts. So we have the knowledge. I know, from library sense point of view, we are dealing with lots of information, and we can collect those information, and we can create those good prompts, so that whenever user comes, he will see that the information is rightly available there. So it is in a generative AI model learns to generate the new data by analyzing the existing data. So when we say existing data, so if there is a more data, it is better, because we can pass we can apply the algorithms, and we can pass those formula algorithms, and we can extract those data for our better use. So we have some agent like data sets, like text, image, or videos and codes, whatever data source you can take. We have some infrastructure. The infrastructure is very complex, because for repetitive using these models, we require some kind of computing engines. If it is a small computer, we can access those things. But if it is a meta computer, or the quantum computer, the faster we can get those data, and we can you know uh, mm, we can play with the data, and we'll get those inputs according to our need. So this uses the self supervised learning or reinforcement learning, as I told earlier. So how this generative model AI works. So this is a simple architectural design. I will show you my next slide so that you can understand it. So we are defining a object, or the defining a AI will a task, and we are gathering the pre-processed data, and normalize the data, and the training the data. Then we choose the appropriate model, so that whether we have a regression model, whether we have a algorithmic models, or that kind of model, we choose it for various purposes, and we train the model, so that we'll normalize the data. Then we evaluate and refine it. Because why we refine it? Because without refine, we could not get the qualitative data. Then we test the data as per proper use. Then we deploy, and this is called a retrospective analysis. Because when this retrospective analysis is done, so that you can again perform the same task in the round robin manner, so that the model will work effectively and it will give us the better result, right? So why we talked about this? Because we have seen the machine learning works and the reinforcement learning works. Why it works? Because we think about a large language model. So here I will throw some lights about a large language model, how it works. It is a foundation model that utilize the deep learning and a neural network processing and the neural language generations. We must have seen in our course studies that how this natural language processing works. Natural language processing means whatever I am saying or I have explaining to you, that is called natural language processing. But the computer is understand only in bits 0 and 1. So how it will prompt those and how it will utilize those, so that we are using a model called a large language model. It is a complexity and a linkage of language of large models and pretend on a vast amount of data. We are using some kind of technology like fine tuning, in context learning, zero or few sort learning to train this model, so that we will get the appropriate data at proper times. So this is a very good neat diagram from a multiple.com. So here are the data, images, speech structure or steady the signals, and we train the foundation model or the large language model, and it generated these are the facts generated by that model. Whether you are doing a question answering, whether you are doing a bot analysis, whether you are doing a sentiment analysis, whether you are extracting the information, whether you are doing the image capturing, whether you are doing object recognition or instruction flowing. So this model works as a foundation model or the large language model, as we are using it for our generating new content for us. Okay, so this machine, by this large language model, what are the new possibilities for us? We can automate the processes. Whatever processes we are following in a library, what are the new techniques we can follow on that, so that we can do some kind of automation processing in our day-to-day work, so that we can effectively work on some other product, other information or the information resources, rather than concentrating on manual work. We can save the time and money. We can drive some personalization, because nowadays if you go to any site, so there are doing some mass personalizations. Because if it is a mass personalization, the user will attract we can attract some more user to our library because of that personalization touch points. So we can increase the accuracy in task. Suppose we are doing a big library setup is there, we want to understand the predictive model, we understand how the library is behaving, so we can do that accuracy in our task completion. I will show you some kind of use cases towards my last of this presentation, so that you will better understand. Let us just think of that we are doing some large language modeling, and we are processing the data, and we are getting the retrieving the information, right? So evolution of large language model, because I will throw some lights about evolution. So this is started in 1967 from Eliza to 1970 to Srudul, Excalibur in 1988, RNN. Then in 2018, the BOT or the GPT came into existence. Because why we are talking about this? Because GPT has created a a roadmap for us. Nowadays everybody is using this chat gpt. Even if also I have had learned so many lectures that chat gpt can be used in this purpose, that purpose. There are many things or many possibilities are there. But this gpt 3.5 released in 2022 was the uh, passes through 750 billion parameters. Can you imagine? We can pass only a few parameters to achieve a result, but chat gpt can pass 750 billions of parameters. Can you imagine the power of computing? And in since 2018, it is only 5 years. But if you see the technology advance, like every company, if you name it from Microsoft to Google to any bigger company, they are trying to put their heads on such a beautiful technology, so that it can be used for the benefit of our any user. So you name it, it is robot, Xnet, PAM, Instruct GPT, Chat GPT, Llama, Lima, Chip, PAM2, Brad, Dolly. There are many. There are, if you name it, and there are will be around thousand number of applications are now available to all of you. Some may be paid, some may be available on open source. So there are, n number of things are available. Why I discussed about this? Because all these technologies are based on one model called large language model, right? So the large language model architecture, so I want to throw some kind of technicality into it. It may be some bit technical, but I would like to tell you that you should understand this technicality, so that going forward you can use the technology better way. So you should understand this, what is the thought process behind it, and how you can effectively use it, instead of going to a platform and start using it. At least what is the nitty gritty behind it, at least you should understand it. So this is the model of an architecture. So you take the inputs, then input is embedding into it, and you are doing some kind of multi-headed attention, and you are adding, normalizing, and you are doing free forwarding. Then you are doing some kind of encoding, and some kind of vectorization. So each and every information of the data put through it goes through or passes through a vectorization or the normalization process. Then it divided into tokenization. So in a parts or bits, it has stored in a tokenization part, or very in a layman term, I can say, if you little bit of understanding in NLP, you can understand what is a tokenization, how this tokenization is applicable. Then after tokenization, the model is with our prompt question, it can refine the answer and giving the not exact thing, but similar output, or the output possibilities. We are calling it not similar output, but the output possibility. Suppose I want to see the cat in red color, how it matches. Basically we input cat is in red color. I want to see a cat in red color. It inputs the embedding, then multi-headed the accession, then it normalized the process. It took several pictures taken by a cat, then it decodes as a cat as a tokenization, then it puts a red color on it, then it giving the output. So that is the entire process is carried forward through a large language model, or the large language integration. By that way we are doing, and the machine learns that this is my next query, that where I will find that the cat can be colored as a red. So this is very interesting, and if you go through it, it will be, it will be a another 2 hours class for all of you. Okay, so I'm moving into next. So here, if you see, I was talking about some kind of models and some kind of, who are the developer of it, like GPT, OpenAI 3, it was only 175 billion, but the GPT 3 is 750 billion parameters. Can you imagine the billions of parameters? So if you see the Widow uh, 2.0, it is developed by Beijing Academy of Artificial Intelligence. It has passes through 1.75 trillions. Can you imagine? Trillions of parameter size. So the more we give the data, the more we give the engine some prompts, and we passes through those parameters, it will accurately give us the instructions, or the give us the output. Suppose the weather condition today in Bhubaneswar. So how we will measure that? How we will predict that model? Because if we have a data sets available, we have this large language model architecture available, and we have the parameters, whether it is a sunny day, whether it is a rainy day, whether it is a different seasons, we pass through those parameters, then we can get the output data as a good output, so that the prediction will be more accurate, right? So we will go to some model examples. Like I told you, in the models, like applications, there are some applications are available, like Cope AI, Jasper, Harvey, or many, like Google, AWS. These are all, even also Microsoft Copilot has came up as an application. So in Microsoft Copilot, what you can do, you simply open a PPT, then you want to create a PPT presentation for librarians. Just put that, it will create some 7 8 PPTs for you. So that's the very good example of application of AI. So it can create for you. There are some foundation models. By these foundation models, you can create your own chat GPT, like Hugging Face, Ray, Scala, Appropriate, Dust, the name, you name anybody. So these are the models are available to you. You can use those models. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. So you can choose based on, based on your requirement, based on your costing, based on your budget. So you can decide, and you can use those foundation models to train your library data and get those outputs, right? API. So application performance indicators are like, these are the API are the data providers. So you can take any data providers, they will collect your data, they will provide the all the structured data, unstructured data, or semi-structured data. They will provide the APIs from where this foundation model will pick those APIs and give you the output. These are the data APIs are available. These are the infrastructure. Suppose you want to host your infrastructure in cloud. Suppose you want to host your infrastructure in your on-prem services. So these are the infrastructures are available, like Google Cloud, Azure, AWS. These are the infrastructure are available to all of you. So you can try those in a combination of a infrastructure, foundation model, or application and API. You can choose from it that what is my requirement, whether it is available for me free, whether it can available to me on a paid basis. You can, depending on your choice, you can mix and match, and you can use it for your library purpose. So it's a large language model using organizations. So how these organizations are using? So these are some models, like these are already started using uh, or the organizations have built their LLM from scratch. So whatever ChatGPT is doing, like Microsoft has its own co-pilot, Google has its bot, and Meta, Bloomberg. These are the companies. So these are the data sets available. Like I told, the APIs, and these are the applications provided by some organizations. So you can take help of these organizations, and you can use those tools for for your organization, and you can start using it by depending on your uh, capabilities. Then why we are talking about generative AI? Because Gartner, the biggest firm of analyst, he has given a hype of 2 to 5 years. This is the peak of these expectations. So Gartner's in the peak level, the generative AI is there. So if you can see, so maybe down the line up to 5-10 years, so this technology will be there in our life, and it will create lots of opportunity, lot of um, new enhancement or automation for our library very soon. So we are talking about that. So Gartner expects that by 2025, 30% of our outbound marketing messages from the large organization will be synthetically generated. Like suppose you send a mail to any organization, it will automatically reply to you, "Hi, this is the so and your question will be answered within 3 days." So that kind of synthetical message can be generated. By 2025, 30% of our marketing messages whatever you will get will be synthetically generated. By 2030, a major blockbuster film, whatever movie we are seeing, or the whatever uh, films we are viewing, so that will be automated, and it will be generated by AI from text to video platform uh, very soon. So that the power of generative AI, you can imagine. So this is the prediction by Gartner. So journey started. It is almost, I have already told you. So they have already started, and it is in peak now. So when this chat GPT came, it was created you know a history for all the AI providers. So all the providers are in sync, and they are going by that, and we are moving in a fast pace. So if you do not adapt to generative AI, so we will be lacking behind. So I'll show you some kind of examples, so how this how this generative AI generates. I will give you, from forming a database. Whenever we have some data, we can extract it from, from the prompt. Also, it generates the data, and it's also generating the content out of it. So generative AI is a learning from the existing artifacts and generate the new realistic artifact at a scale, and it reflects the characteristic of training the data, but not to repeat it. But sometimes this generative AI hallucinate means the hallucination happens because sometimes we could not give the right prompt to the model. So this is some kind of limitations with the generative AI today. But I think with the advent of technology, advent of a new computing system like quantum computing, it will definitely uh, be much better. So I'll give you one example like Mid Journey. So I just give a rabbit wearing a sun hat. You can see the output. Whatever you can play and match with that. It is just an example I am giving, like Mid Journey. So this is the second example is a Dali. So you can give your input and you will get the output. Then third one is the codex. So you put a for a for a layman, I don't know how to write a code in Python. I don't know how to write a code in XML. I don't know how to write a code in HTML. But if I have some kind of a prompt available or the codex is available with us, I can give you like a website, write a script to change a website background color in Python. So it's simply write the code for you. You can use this code and you can utilize in your creating your website, own website for your library. So this is possible, right? So ChatGPT, I don't discuss about it because it's already, you people have seen lot of inputs in ChatGPT. So the limitations, like I discussed, beauty part of it, and it has some limitations also. It lacks transparency. It lacks some kind of transparency. That means whether we are giving the right set of data or whether we are giving right set of a prompt so that it will generate it, but it lacks the transparency that how we are modeled to our large language model. So that is most important, and how we are asking question to the model and how we are doing it. The accuracy part is, I told about hallucination. So it happens with each and every model, but time to time it will train us and we can go forward. We will definitely move into more accuracy in future. Sustainability, as a part of sustainability, this is more power consuming. So because it is generate, we are using computing power to generate our data into analysis, so it is more power consuming. So when it is more power consuming, so according to our GDP, or the global standard, so it also creating some kind of carbon emission for the carbon footprint for our society. So it will not much impact on sustainability, but somehow it is a impact in sustainability. It biases sometimes, the data biases, and it generate the biasness in the model. Okay, and it infringes our intellectual property and copyright. Sometimes what we generally generate the content, but we cannot apply those intellectual property things or the IPR kind of things, and sometimes plagiarism, we could not check it through our own software available in the market, because whatever we are generating from generative AI, it may not be get faced by our plagiarism tools. So there are chances of intellectual property infringement. So cyber security and front, the way we are using the technology, because we have seen the glory part of it, there are some challenges to cyber security. We can generate a malicious code and we can send it to our our own people. They can start using it and we can easily hack their computer, and we can do that. But there are some nooks are available, but the technology companies are working on it. They are trying to avoid those limitations, and they overcome, if they overcome it, it will be day to day life. We will use all the AI, as I told you in my first slide, that it runs through our blood. Each and everything, whatever we are using today, it is driven by AI. But we have not seen the that part, but very soon we will see those. So how we can use it in a library? So we can retain a content augmentation and creation. We can draft and text the desired style and the length of the we can use it in our library. Question answering and discovering, enabling users to locate the answers to input based on our data. Whatever, suppose we have 10 number of databases in our library, and we collate all the information. We want to generate a PDF or generate a PPT format, so that that kind of summarization and discovery we can try it out through this one. And tone text manipulation, text manipulation to sub in the language and the personalize some kind of text, we can do it in this generative AI. So summarization, I have already told, you people must have seen it also in earlier lectures, how summarization works. Simplifications, so we can do some kind of simplification of our job, classification, cataloging, and outlining, etc. in our key content. I will give you that use cases how we can use it. So classification of content, or the sorting by sentiment or the topic. One example I have seen, one AI, what they generally do, basically, whenever we upload a copy of any book to any web, it picks up the author, picks up the class number, it picks up the uh, author name, title, and all this metadata it creates for us. And it will be easy for us whenever we are doing any kind of a manual job for our library. It automates the processes. So that kind of thing we can practice it through this generative AI. Chatbot, now you can see, whenever you are calling to any bank site or something like that, so it automatically prompts you something, that whether you need that, whether you need this, or based on that query, whenever you are giving some prompts, it gives you the automated answers, rather than in behind any person may not be there, but the machine will work for us. If you put a query in at at 12 o'clock at the night also, you will get the correct answer. So there is this kind of things are happening because of that software coding I have already shown you. So in my view, so the Gen VI is generating content. So it can create a content development, text, images, video with a spread of content generation, personalization, or demographic segmentation. E means engaging with stakeholders. You can engage your user, you can engage with your prospect, you can engage with your supplier, you can engage on the personalization interaction on the contact and accesses. Netting it out means this focus on clarity rather than creativity. Here the focus is on analytics and decisions taken by the intelligence through a combination of synthesized data and decision making. So these are the how this Gen AI can be worked for you in the library. Okay, there are some four areas of Gen AI utilization. You can do a virtual export. So this is the slide I have taken it from NASCOM, and the NASCOM is predicting that this way we can use the Gen AI for our utilization, like on consistency of the virtual export. We can do the some coding. 14% of our productivity increase for the customer support and engage. If you see, so as a librarian, if you are interacting with 20 users on a day-to-day basis, you can increase your productivity 14%. You through the coding model, 20 to 25, 50% of the productivity gain for the developer, and using the co-pilot or the coding pilot mode. Okay, so here if you have seen, this is the part I want to show you more, because this is summarization, information retrieval, enhanced source of credibility, assistive problem solving, and this kind of things we can. And this one, this customer management is more important, because we are day to day we are dealing with a reader. So the reader, if we are if they are Gen AI literate, you should be Gen AI person, so that you can answer them effectively and efficiently. By 24 by 7 customer service, product improvement. So they are predicting that 60% increase in customer interaction and service very soon. So and content generation, will be 10x. So whatever content we are generating, it will be, you know, improved by 10x. So you can imagine how much of content will be generated in future and how we can benefit out of it by generating all these JNI utilizations. So here I will give you some kind of my thought process that how effectively you can use AI in libraries. So by this virtual end agent, it will help for, you know, if somebody, some user wants to set their password, some account level questions, how many books they have issued, how many reservation they can put, how they can recommend some kind of books for library, and how you will get some recommendation based on your user profile, how you get a recommendation, what books to purchase, what magazine you can purchase. So those kind of things can be possible through this virtual agent service. And following on the sales leads, you can prepare that. So it will provide you a 24 by 7 assistant during librarian's absence. It will help the user to recommend new books based on their previous reading. If books or magazines is not available on your library, it will recommend a books or magazine to procure for a particular user. So it will guide the user to navigate the library through virtual assistants. So these processes you can automate yourself, and you can, you know, generate the leads out of it by this using your generative AI in libraries. So in content generation part, I will show you something in content type, what not. You can create a quiz test. You can create a video live event, online conferences or podcasts. You can do it. You can generate manual, white paper, tutorial, template, or ebooks or the checklist. And in the text, you can do some kind of research work for them, and some kind of infographics or the slide presentation by Copilot. You can generate it. So you can start doing a user guide for librarians, or librarians guide you can prepare. Any legal document you want to prepare with your, for your vendor, for your users, or for your best users of library, you can do that. Presentations for induction sessions on EBSCO, ProQuest, or any databases, you can use this content generation tool to generate the content. And you can prepare a user manual for your library through this generative AI. You can prepare a short video on library promotion or marketing of library services. You can do a research topic identification through this generative AI. Suppose you want to do some kind of want to do, or your user wants to do a research, so you can ask them to use the tool, and you can, you know, generate the research topic for your identification. So coding, how you can have a problem, you have a h index problem, given the list of citation counts, where each citation is a non-negative integer, write a function of h index and output of the h index. So you are better, and you can generate the code, and you can have the test cases, and you can get the output, desired output, what is the h index of a citation. So you can get it, and you can do that coding, and you can regression it analysis, regression you can do it. You can use R, or you can use any software. By this generation of code, you can use it, and you can do your test cases, and come up with your result. So code generation for the library, or the library digital library, or the library website, all citation analysis can be done by any statistical software. By using these codes, you can, play and plug with your data, and you can get those inputs out of it. So summarization, you can see this is the best part of this one. But here, if I have given one example, so you can have an input article, and you have a text summarization model, and you can do some kind of generated summary. You can do a abstraction, you can do all these things, and you can send it to your user. So this is possible. So library can use GenAI for content summarization, news analysis, fake news detection, or the quality of content you can generate out of this summarization tool. So these are the possibilities through which you can plug and play, and you can explore more for the library. So you can a cataloging process, whatever I have told you, so that can be possible through this use of AI. You can pick your metadata, you can create your unique bibliographic description, you can create the elements, you can create the bibliography record or the mark record. So this is possible by this GenAI model. So creation of a descriptive cataloging, bibliography metadata, classification of book, authority control list preparation, you can do it by this summarization tool. So you people have to, that is why I thought you should know about the nitty gritty of the technology, how it works. Then you can start preparing, and preparing the tools are enormous, tools are available. So you can use any tools free of open source or paid tools, and you can generate those. Nowadays you should explore those tools, what is the benefit you can get. So librarians as a prompt librarian, because we are dealing with information. Information is our bread and butter, and everywhere you will find. So the Neil Gell-Mann said Google can bring you back, you know 1 lakh answers, but a librarian can bring you back the right one. So this quote is from for library lovers. So you can do magic, because you people are playing with the data, and you have seen the data, you have seen the model. You can act as a prompt librarian. Okay, so you can act as a prompt librarian. So what is a prompt engineering? It is a process of structuring the text. It is very well, I know we can do it, and interpreted and understood by generative AI model. Nowadays, this prompt engineering is the hot field or the hot cake for the engineering people. Right now, they are trying their mismatches, and they want to the highest paid job in USA from this prompt engineering people. Simply, what they do, they just understand the model and put the right question to the model, and they are training the model, and they are refining the data, and they are getting the desired result for the user. So these are the these are the best work what a librarian can do in my view. So librarian is equal to information storage and retrieval. What we are doing with this generative AI, we are just doing the information storage and doing the retrieval. We are doing it since the librarianship exist. So the best way we can do it, and we can act as a prompt librarian for our organization, for our LLM models. So with this, I some trends are available. Now all the users are technology savvy, and they are enjoying the GenAI. All possible measures have been taken to leverage the GenAI for all production works. So this is the trend happening in the field of GenAI. So large number of GenAI based models are released on a daily basis. On a particularly daily basis, every day you will see some kind of news in GenAI. So open source pile has been created, anybody to train on their model. So you can take the slice of the cake and start using it. Open source stack has been created to train the model on the code. So the big enterprise and government is chatting out the GenAI strategy, because for the responsible use of AI and the ethical use of AI, government and big enterprise are chatting out their AI strategy. GenAI ecosystem is busting with innovations, that is Copilot. Always there is a Copilot available. Ecosystem is in place. So the mitigation planning for the challenges and the limitations are being discussed and are reimagined by lot of enterprise, lot of companies. So the responsible AI guidelines have been charted by some government, and others are also following. So these are the general trends of generative AI happening. So I throw some of the lights to you. You take those parameters and start learning more about generative AI or chat GPT or any model or any products are available, and you can be a prompt librarian. Okay, with this I come to my conclusion, and I if you have any questions, and this is the picture I have generated by using the Microsoft Edge through Bing Chat. So you people can start using this Microsoft Edge to generate those pictures also. Okay, with this I am concluding my presentation. Over to you, DP. I hope I have overstood 2 minutes of your time.
No, no, you are on time and you have concluded your session at exactly 9 p.m. And we all got so many input from your talk. And we
Right.
are really thankful to you for your wonderful presentation covering all the aspects of AI, right from the origin until the what we can do with this. So really, it has been great to hear you to just go through your presentation. Request all the participants if you have any question or query. So please just type in the chat box so that it can be taken up by Dr. Vijay and it can be answered. One question is that fake news detection need more clarity on it. Would you like to
Correct.
elaborate it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Actually,
please.
we are using so many, summarization tools like ChatGPT and all. So by the using of this AI tools nowadays, the companies like Times of India or other leading news agency, so they are detecting whether this news is fake news or right news to cover in their media. So those kind of tools if we have in our library, we can avoid those misinformations in our day to day life. Whatever coming to our library, we can avoid those by this summarization tool, or we can use some kind of a technology which is available in those we have already used it. So those tools we can use it for our improvement, and we can do that. We can see that how many fake news are coming, whether we can keep it or whether we can use it or we can deny it.
Thank you very much for your reply. I am getting another question from Mr. Satyabrat Sahu. First, he is appreciating your talk. Thank you
Right.
for your kind and informative deliberation. If you suggest any open source artificial intelligence tool, which can we can customize according to our need.
Right. There's a Hugging Face is one of the tool. Another one is you can use also Chat GPT, Mid Journey. There are many tools are available in open source platform, but they are subject to limitations because some of the parts they have opened for the public to use it to experience it, but latter part of the time they start charging you because once they have started in open source, there may be two type of license. One is copy left, another is copy two. So these are the things they are putting it. Sometimes they could not open it to all because they have spent lot of investment on that part. So that is the limitations. But the using of this LLM tool, I have shown you that slide. There are a lot of LLM tools are available, or the models are available. If you have the data, if you have the infrastructure, you can choose it, whether you can go for open source, whether you can go for paid source. Then accordingly you plan your infrastructure, plan your model, and plan your data or API. So you call the three and you have your own UI, user interface. Then you start using it for your own purpose. But definitely, if the you need a exhaustive list of open source, I can ping you separately, or you can pass on to that person.
I can see so many appreciation for you. I'll
Thank you.
just display. Uh,
Thank you so much
Mr. Gai,
for
thank you,
passion.
sir. Very informative session, very informative. Dr. Sisir Mohanty is writing, thank you for informative session.
Yeah,
And one question in between I am getting from Ankita Bhattacharya. How AI
okay.
tool can be used in agriculture?
Correct. Agriculture, basically, we are dealing with day to day, we can use it, our crop prediction. Suppose this year the rainfall is less, so we can use it for our crop production, how much crop would be there. We can use a weather prediction, we can use it through AI tools. We can see a good number of, what are the major, epidemics are happening in crop, so that can be detected through we have a platform called mcrisi. Actually, they have used a tool called AI. So after using that tool, they can detect the soil testing, they can do regression analysis of soil, they can do the analysis of fruits and fauna. There are ample number of opportunities are there. If we talk, it will be a 2 hours talk for agriculture itself. So there are good number of use cases are available through NASCOM site. If you can go there and you will see that what are the major applications are happening in agriculture, you will good to know. There are good number of examples in healthcare sector also. There are good number of use cases happening in education sector. Each and every industry you name it, they are trying to put their hands on experience on AI technology, because earlier AI was there, but the generative AI is something different. When it analyzes our data and predicting something, a human like behavior comes associated with it. It is more more influential, because we are always tagged to emotions. Human is tagged to emotions always. When there is a emotion attached to any content, so that would be well taken. Why we are, why this chat gpt took only 7 days to reach 1 million user? Why? Because when it played with our emotions, and with our with that intention, they have released the product. And when we see that the result is coming like a human like intelligence, so we accepted that. There are many examples. If you talk, day by day, we are growing, and the informations are floating on Gen AI. I have seen, people talked about Chat GPT and a lot of uses. You can explore something on Copilot. I'll suggest you can go there in my, because many people are using this Microsoft as their, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So they have started one product called Copilot. So by that, you can use a lot many features of this Gen AI. So they have released the product, so you can start using it. I'm not, marketing that, but I have seen good number of use cases you can create through this Copilot.
Thank you, Dr. Vijay, for your really nice session. And I'm not saying this is the words of all the participants who are attending this virtual workshop. And we all witnessed the wonderful session which you have taken, delivered on the AI tool. And one means some of the appreciation I want to show on the screen. You can see here. One last question from this Archana madam. As
Correct.
all learning data would be there in that machine, and based on the analyzing pattern of our, it gives us knowledge at our thoughts. So, role of educator in this technological change vision. I think she's giving her statement, not a
Correct.
question,
Not a
if I
question.
guess. So please accept our sincere thanks once again for joining and deliberation. Now we have another speaker today, Dr. Gurpreet Singh from SD College, Chandigarh. And may I now request him to please deliver the talk. Before that, I would like to just brief about him. Dr. Gurpreet Singh Sohal has been working as a librarian at Goswami Ganesh Datta Sanatan Dharma College in Chandigarh since 2010. He is also in charge of different activities like nodal officer for the Bron hearings and is a member of the steering committee of IQAC of the college and a member of the college research committee, anti-ragging committee, equal opportunity cell, convener of reader club, and he has done his master in library and information science from Punjab University, Chandigarh. Also completed his PGD Lan in library automation and networking from Punjab University and PhD from Punjab University, Patiala on the topic scientometrics and analysis of research output in economics in University of Punjab and Chandigarh. Uh, I would just say instead of briefing about him, last month I visited his library, and to my surprise, I'm working in the library profession. I think it is more than 20 years now. Many libraries I visited, UK, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Nepal, Bhutan. Wonderful libraries, wonderful infrastructure, wonderful services, but something unique which gives you motivation, or something unique which is there but you do not feel it. And that I realized when I visited his library. And I would like to mention that. What was that exactly? You see, he created bookmarks with the help of chart papers, and it was so nicely printed on the chart paper in the form of bookmarks. And one side he had got the thoughts printed of different people, means the philosopher or the great people, and the another side of the bookmark he printed the QR code of the different portals. Now I'll tell why it is unique. See, one bookmark is giving two messages. One, if I'm reading the book, I'll get one message. Whatever book I lift, I'll get one message. Second, everybody is using WhatsApp these days. He or she does not have to go here and there in search of where is the portal, open the website. Simply scan the QR code and the service is in your mobile. I really liked it very much because some creativity it comes out when you are really means you are attached to your service, and that's what I could see in the I mean the passion I could see in the work of Dr. Gurpreet Singh. It was really wonderful means for me to be with him for one day. I was there as a invited guest to deliver the talk. So today we have Dr. Gurpreet Singh. He also will enlighten on the different aspect of AI, and I will request him to please start the session and just mention all about your creativity. He's all the time means I'm very happy when I see him. He's so energetic. He is all the time busy in creation, different type of creativity. Though his library is not very big, not very small, but he engages the students, faculty members, and his principal is very happy with him. I'm really happy to see you, brother. Over to you.
So thank you, sir, for your kind words. So today I am going to speak about. Is my screen is visible, sir?
Your screen is visible, but please share it. Ah, yes. Okay. It is now.
Okay, sir. So today I am going to speak about the innovative AI tools for research and education. So you can see from this screen that the human being and AI are working hand in hand to create information and knowledge. So first, I am going to speak about the artificial intelligence. So according to Encyclopedia Britannica, artificial intelligence is an ability of a computer or a robot controlled by a computer to do tasks that can usually done by humans because they require human intelligence and discernment. So these are the certain examples of the artificial intelligence. You can see these in your day-to-day life. When you search on Google, you can see the meaning of your search queries and return the relevant results on Google. And for Amazon recommendation, when you are searching something or you are uh, shopping something, automatically the results are display on your screen. So that is basically a form of artificial intelligence. So the Siri and Alexa, the voice assistant that use AI to understand voice commands to carry out tasks for you. Self-driving cars, self-driving cars also using AI around the world. So to make decision about the navigation and safety. So medical diagnosis, AI is being used to develop new diagnostic tools that can help doctors to identify diseases more accurately. So other service, financial services. In financial services, the chatbots, automation, other tools, adaptive intelligence is guiding the human beings in financial services. Social media such as Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads also use artificial intelligence for their feeds. Smart home devices. So smart home devices are not also sensing the human being, and they are decreasing the light or increasing the light according to the human being need, and temperature of the AC are also decided by the artificial intelligence according to the human description. Security and services, in case of home, facial recognition and voice recognition are improving each passing day. So future of artificial intelligence, there are some misconceptions about the artificial intelligence, that AI will take away all the jobs, AI will replace the humans, AI is a threat to humans, AI is going to take over the world. So these are the certain misconceptions about the artificial intelligence. So in the recent survey of Oxford University Future of Humanity Institute found that AI researchers have high hope about future capability of AI. The survey found that AI researchers believe that AI will able to do following tasks by 2040: write high school essays by 2026, drive trucks by 2027, outperform human in retail by 2031, write New York Times bestseller by 2049, perform surgery by 2053. So this is the future. We can't predict the future. This is the certain recommendations or found findings of the Harvard of the Oxford University. So this is the future of artificial intelligence in automation. Suppose in automation, the many repetitive tasks that are done by the human are now will be done by the artificial intelligence, such as customer service, data entry, and manufacturing. However, the new development will appear so that maintenance and deployment of these services will be done by the human beings. Augmentation. AI can also use to augment human capabilities, making us more productive and efficient. For example, AI powered tools can help us to analyze data, make predictions, and solve problems more quickly. This trend is likely to lead to increased demand for skilled workers who can use AI effectively. Collaboration. AI can also use to collaborate with humans on tasks. For example, AI-powered assistant can help us to manage our calendars, find information, and complete the task. This trend is likely to lead to more human-centered workplace, where AI is used to support and complement the human worker. Creation. AI is also being used to create new products, services. For example, AI powered chatbots are used to provide customer services. AI powered algorithms are being used to create personalized recommendations. AI powered tools are being used to develop new medical treatments. This trend is likely to lead more innovative and creative workplace where AI is used to drive new ideas and solutions. So these are the 120 mind-blowing AI tools. You can see I will explain certain tools from these. So first tool I am going to explain is about Dimension. Dimension is a database of abstract and citation and research grants, which links grants resulting publication, clinical trials, and patents. The Dimension is a valuable resource for researchers, research funders, policymakers. Dimension is available on World Wide Web free of cost. So under the dimension, you can see 139 million publications, 7 million grants, 12 million data sets, 253 million online mentions, 1.6 policy documents, 791 clinical trials, and 156 patents. So this is the front interface of the dimension. Under you can see the publication data sets, grants. I will show about the hands-on about this tool later in this presentation only. So this is the second tool, ScienceSpace. ScienceSpace is a tool which can comprehend about research papers more effectively. It has ability to clarify and expand upon most academic texts using straightforward language. So this is the front end interface of the ScienceSpace. You can see the where I have searching about the climate change. So climate change, five insights about the papers. You can see the insights. You can see the popular suggestions, and also you can use research assistant or copilot for this, and you can also display the PDF format of the paper, and you can also cite this paper. So I will also show this demonstration about this tool in later in the presentation. So Scholarship, this is another tool. Scholarship is a online summarizing tool which can provide article summarization, flashcard creation, reference management, and collaboration. This is the front interface of the Scholarship, where you can upload the document, or you can also upload the URL of the document, and you can get the key concept, abstract, synopsis, flashcards, and the summary of the paper. So connected paper. Connected paper is a visual tool to help researchers, applied scientists to find, explore papers relevant to their work. So you can connect the papers, filter down the researches, graphs of the papers, and you can also download, export the graphs of the papers. This is the front end interface of the connected papers, where you can see the various graphs of the papers, and I will show the graphs, hands-on of the graphs later. So Epsilon is also an AI design tool for literature search. So this is the front end interface of the Epsilon, where you can here I have searched about the future of the library. You can see the keywords and several factors. And this is the other tool, Science Summary, where you can get article summarization, alerts, tracking, and discussion about the paper. This is the front interface of the Science Summary. Here you can add the article and you can get the summary or PDF, or you can also talk with the PDF of the document. Quillbot, Quillbot is a tool where you can rephrase your research work, or paraphrase the paraphrase tool, summarization tool, grammar checker tool, or plagiarism checker tool is also available in the Quillbot. You can also cite the papers in the Quillbot. You can also, the latest facility is also available in the Quillbot. You can also translate. Suppose you want to work on Punjabi language, so you can translate. You can copy the English work on the Quillbot interface, and you can translate it into Punjabi or Hindi or on any other language of your requirement. So this is the front interface of the Quillbot, where you can summarize the document, you can shorten the document, and you can also check the grammar of the document. You can also use citation tool. You can also use plagiarism tool. So Rayan, this is also a tool for systematic literature review, where you can identify, evaluate, and synthesize your document and research work. This is the front interface of the Rayan tool. Lateral is also a AI tool for your academic research. It can help you find relevant research, organize your findings, and write better papers. So this is the interface of the lateral tool. Canva. Canva is a tool where you can uh, you can create the document, you can create your presentation, even Instagram story or poster of any workshop or conference you want to create. You can create with the Canva tool. So Leap AI, under the Leap AI tool, you can create wallpaper, you can create a logo of anything. You have to simply explain the what you want to create. It will create real time. Mind Journey is also a certain this tool where you can create graphics and other techniques. Through that you can also create animation. This is the where you can see the library, school library books, and this is the animation created with the Mind Journey tool. So now I'm going to show you the hands-on of the certain tools. First of all, I'm going to explain you about the dimension tool. Here I am going to search about artificial intelligence. So when I search with the artificial intelligence, you can see that more than 31 lakh publications are available in the dimension. 4,000 plus data sets, grants, patents, clinical trials are available. You can also see the categories of these papers: information and computing, engineering, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So, so this is the overview of the development of this field from 2014 to 2023. So 2023 we are still going on. So you can see the growth of the artificial intelligence. So these are the researchers who are working on this. So from University Taking Tong, from University of Sydney, has more than 1,076 publications and 43,000 citations. And this is the network. So this will be created with the VS Viewer with the help of source titles, R seed. lectures, notes on computer science. These are the sources of the papers. So other than that, you can also see the development by year. You can limit your research, and you can limit by researcher. You can limit by research category, publication type. So you want to see only articles, so you can limit. If you want to see IEEE access only, so you can limit this also. So you can also export your research. So this will be available on your email, registered email ID. So this is all about the dimension. And another tool I am talking about is science space. Here I am searching with the certain library. So these are the research papers which are related to the library. So you can see the PDF. You can cite this paper, and this is the insight of the paper, the crux of the paper. So you can also use the assistant. So this is the results of the paper. Similarly, you can ask same question from to the another paper. You can also show PDF documents. So I'm moving to a different another tool, which is scholarship. Here I am copying the URL of the. So now the scholarship started working. So you can see the crux of the this page. The key concepts are public library, information service, and so on. So this is the abstract of the URL. You can use this tool for your literature review. So this is the synopsis of the URL. So these are the certain highlights of this URL. So this is the summary. So you can also in this tool you can also upload the document. So I am uploading one document. So the scholarship started working. So here I submitted. This is the key result of the paper. So the current study focuses on the selected literature published in various fields of economics and social sciences. So These are the flashcards. So these are the key concepts of the paper. This is the abstract. So this is the synopsis of the paper. These are the highlights of the paper. So this is the another tool is connected paper. So I'm going to search artificial Google Earth. So this is the graph created with the connected paper. So origin of the paper is Google Earth Engine. So you can open this paper with Semantic Scholar, Publisher website, and Google Scholar. So Google Scholar link is in the paper. So this is the red link of the paper. So this is the Semantic Scholar link. Similarly, you can click on the another paper. So I'm clicking on this. This has more than 2621 citations published in the Nature. You can open the graph. So you can also view the other papers related to this. So prior work. So these are the prior works related to that. You can also download. So this is the document related to that. So these are the derivative works. Similarly, you can click on another papers also. So the graph is okay. So the PDF of this document is also available. So this is the crux of this paper. You can save this citation also. So this is saved in my profile. So this is a very relevant tool for literature. So I am in this presentation I am only taking the tools which are not earlier discussed in the earlier 4 days. So this is a epsilon tool where I am going to search library. So these are the most relevant papers. So the tool is also creating summary of the document. You can also download this. So the real-time summary is created from 4 papers. So this is here. You can also copy. You can copy this. So the citations are also created. This is from summary from certificate from first and the second and the third and the fifth. So this is the link. So this will easy your literature review work. Science summary. Here I am going to upload and document. So the science summary started working. I think this document great. The document is so long, so it is taking time. Meanwhile, I am going to show you another tool. So this is the tool D. Here you can create photo, stock photo, wallpaper, logo, and artwork or character by explaining. So I am going to create one wallpaper. So I am going to explain library with books and journals. So, so the tool started the work optimization of revenue. So here the summary is created. So it will take because the document is so long that it is taking time. So the that feature is paid in this tool. You can also see the references. So these are the recommendations. You can also import them. You can also expand them. So this is the paper related to patient monitoring to personalize the mobile health based medical virtual instruments. So this is a summary of the paper. Also the keywords like research paper, academic research, AI tool. So see the image is created. So you can use this wallpaper for your library or backdrop of your library. Even you can create logo within 1 minute. You see the logos are created. So you can use these logos for your library or for your reading circle. You can save these images for your use. So the last tool is Canva. So you can create document, whiteboard document, flyer, or program or Instagram story with this tool. I have created 9 documents with this tool. See the flyer is created with this tool with the Canva. So this is the one activity we have conducted. This is the so you can also create QR code with this. So this is the QR code of our library's readers club. So by this you can market your library services with these tools. So now I'm going to move to the possible threats and opportunities for AI tools. So these are the positive signs of AI tool. So AI application is used in the National Defense Academy. This project is called Project Maven by the American military in deploying the AI to shift through the massive troves of data and video captured by surveillance, then alert human analysts of pattern or when there is abnormal or suspicious activity. So now National Agency of America is using AI tool for your defense, for their defense. So this is the server of the defense. So another service which is used by application in the healthcare. This is called Analytics. is a German company that it applies deep learning to medical issues. It has an application in medical imaging that detects the lymph nodes in human body in computer tomography images. According to its developer, the key is labeling and nodes and identifying small lessons or ground that could be problematic. So by this tool, human can this is a tool which can be cost effective. If this is it is done by the human being, this will cost more than the AI tool. So it can be used in the healthcare. So another in the criminal justice. So the Chicago police has used this strategic subject list for creation of data of 4 lakh criminals in their surveillance. So they have marked the criminals according to their age and their activity and their arrest record. This can be used for the future surveillance and future crimes which are taking place. So AI can help in by this way in the criminal justice. So in the Cincinnati Fire Department, they are using this AI tool for smart cities, like they are using this for medical emergency. So by taking the record of the patient, they can uh, they can check the account of several factors such as type of call, location, and whether similar calls, so that can the medical emergency can be dealt with within a seconds with the help of AI tool. So Mastercard and RBS World Press is using this this fraud prevention tool, using AI tool which is saving millions of dollars of Mastercard and RBS. So in the earlier presentation, somebody is asking about the application of AI tools in the agriculture. Blue Ribbon Technology has developed a robot called See and Spray, which can use computer vision technology like object detection and monitor precisely the spray weed side of cotton plants with precision of spraying can help the prevent of herbicide resistance. Another tool is using like the peat. Peat in the Berlin Agriculture Technology. This is a agricultural startup which has developed by Plantix, which can identify the potential defects and nutrients deficiency in the soil through the images. So, application in education, Khan Academy, a non-profit profitable educational organization, has collaborated with OpenAI GPT-4 to introduce Khan Migo, an AI-powered tutor designed to provide personalized learning experiences to students worldwide. So these are the failures. First failure that I am discussing, that claiming the athlete criminal. So in this tool, the a leading facial recognition technology recognized three-time Super Bowl champion Duron Harmon of New England Patriots, Boston Bruins, forward Brad Marchand, and 25 other New England proficient athletes as a criminal. So this is mistake of Amazon tool recognition solution mistakenly matched the athletes to a database of mugshots in test arranged by the Massachusetts parts of American civil liberties. Almost one in the six players were wrongly distinguished. So this is the failure of AI. So incorrect healthcare recommendation. This has proven when the providing the incorrect and several unsafe recommendations recommendations for the treatment of cancer patients. Similar to the case of Google diabetic detection, Watson was also trained on unreliable scenarios and unreal patient data. Uber real world web testing gone all wild. In 2016, Uber tested its self-driven cars in San Francisco without taking permission and approval from the state. That is ethically and legally not right. Moreover, the internal documents of Uber stated that self-driving car crossed around six red lights in the city. So this is the nuisance created by the AI tool of Uber. So another, the sentiment investment AI hedge fund. The high-flying AI-powered fund at Sentiment Investment started losing money in less than 2 years. The system started notifying investors to liquidate their funds. The idea was to use machine learning algorithm to trade stock automatically and globally. The model deployed thousands of computers globally to create millions of virtual traders to give some two trades in simulated situation. So this has gone went wrong. So the traders lost money. Microsoft AI chatbot trolled. Microsoft stood out as a truly newsworthy when they reported their new tool chatbot. Composing with slang, loaded voice of teen, they could naturally answer to individual and take part in easy-going and lively discussion on Twitter. However, Tay was blunder as it tweeted statement that hurt Nazi sentiment like Hitler was right. What's more, the chatbot also tweeted 9/11 was an inside job. In actually Tay was repeated such offensive statements that were basically said by other human users. Those users were purposely trying to provoke Tay since it was programmed to intimate language pattern of 18 to 24 old millennials. It was building a conversation by processing of human users and merging in with other data fed to software. It was programmed to talk and engage with people, which can make her smarter each day. But unfortunately, it added to the example AI gone wrong, and hence the tape was taken offline within 16 hours. So another examples of failure of AI that innocent pregnant woman jailed and made faulty facial recognition. फॉल्टी फेशियल रिकग्निशन की वजह से जो यूएस पुलिस ने किसी प्रेग्नेंट वुमन को जेल कर दी. So another failure that the Samsung, the one of the employee of the Samsung is using ChatGPT for their patent record. So the data is immediately leaked on the ChatGPT. So Samsung has banned the use of ChatGPT in their company work. So challenges and risk of AI. The promise and opportunity of AI provides many, but as we have to already experience, the bad factors have pronounced on opportunity to take advantage of global community. So there are the some urgent issues like governance. Our global policymakers must urgently establish ground rules and laws to manage the application and regulation and ethics for AI and bridging the information gap in current algorithm to ensure AI code and includes complete information and establishing right questions for algorithm to answer. AI is a powerful tool that has potential to improve our lives in many ways. However, it is important that AI responsibly and ethically used. We need to ensure that AI systems are aligned with our values, that they are used to benefit all humanity. So that's all. So thank you for your patient listening.
Thank you, Dr. Gurpreet, for your nice session. You have given and demonstrated some good tools which can be used to enhance the academics, I would say, the field research, and also some personal academic work can be done using the tools. So I'm thankful to both the distinguished speaker, Dr. Vijay Ketan Panda and Dr. Gurpreet Singh Sohal, for their wonderful presentation. Both have demonstrated in detail. Now it's the responsibility of participants and the learners to make use of such tool. And not only this, the other speakers also in the past 4 days, they have given their best to make all of us aware about the different AI, different tools, different pros and cons, and also how the tools can be implemented in better way. So really, I'm thankful to all the speakers, all the teachers who have just given their valuable time to teach us, to make all of us aware about the different scenario, means especially when we started the session in the beginning with the talk of Professor Chris Hu from NTU Singapore. So he demonstrated some of the unique project which he is carrying out. And then further, Dr. Achila Mungal and Dr. Nikesh Narayan and Dr. Ujjal Marji, and today Dr. Vijay Ketan Panda and Dr. Gurpreet. So all of them have given they have shared their experiences, how best the AI tools can be used, and how it can be implemented in our day-to-day routine work also. Because we all are academician. In addition to the librarian, we also perform the duty for professional growth, our professional growth, the growth of other faculty members, growth of research scholar. We provide the details, we provide the information to our patrons. So these are the tools. Now we have to think logically that how we can make good use of, best use of these tools and enhance our library services. So really, please accept our sincere thanks, Dr. Vijay and Dr. Gurpreet, for your wonderful session. And today, since it is the last day, fifth day, so I consider it as a valedictory session. So now it's time to, before I just conclude the session, may I request the participant, if you have any query or question for both the speakers and for Dr. Gurpreet also, so you please just add the question in chat box and it will be taken by the speakers. I think most of the questions have already been answered by Dr. Vijay. He has given some of the participants, they had raised the question, so it was answered by him. If any particular question relates to anyone, so you can
DP,
please ask.
DP, one question actually someone asked about the video creation part. Canva and Unreal Engine, both of them can generate videos for these AI tools can generate the
I
video.
Okay, I have just shared in the chat box. Canva for video creation and Unreal Engine for animation.
Sir,
So,
even we have created library publicity like book of the month with the Canva tool. So it is a
okay,
very
Correct,
good tool and very user friendly too.
correct.
okay. So, I think participants have got a lot of information in these 5 days, and this is humble request of all from our side that you make use of these information in a proper way and just compile all the information. I'll be collecting all the information and I'll try to share it by tomorrow or day after tomorrow to all the registered participant, to your registered mail ID, that whatever the discussion have taken place in these 5 days, including the link of all the videos, and if the PPTs are available, that also I'll be sharing with you all. So one thing I was thinking that after 1 week, I'll just see the schedule and I'll request at least 15 to 20 participants that please make a presentation of your work, what you have done. Something like that. I will share the Google Forms. So if you are interested, so we will arrange one more session for 2 3 days where we will keep only for the participants to share their work based on these 5 day work. What exactly you have learned. So let us collaborate and let us in another session. Let us present that what exactly you have got from this session. So I will announce later, not now, because I have to conceptualize, means think about it, how it can be means decided and how it can be implemented. So I'm not going to take much of your time. It is already 10:05, and now it's time to conclude the session. On behalf of all the participants, I'm again thanking to Dr. Vijay and Dr. Gurpreet for your valuable time, for your wonderful session, for all the participants, and all the previous speakers who have spent the valuable time to speak on the different AI tools and related aspects. I'm thankful to them also on behalf of all the participants and my own behalf. I'm thankful to all the participants who have spent their valuable time in attending the session, especially to ensure maximum learning. So we also are very happy to engage ourselves with you all, and we find very you can say collaborative moment, informative moment for all of us, that we are able to collaborate in future. Also we'll conduct the session, and we wish and we request that you participate in the same with the same spirit. And my humble request to the speakers also, that in future we will collaborate, and we will see that how best we can contribute to the profession. So once again, I'm thanking to all. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay connected, and take care of you all. With these words, good night to all. We will meet again. Thank you,
Thank you.
one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.